In 8
It's a
seconds.
Polish player. He's playing for the DL clan. Of course, the legendary Quake Live free-for-all clan, as I imagine. Oh, what a spawn.
Have never seen that spawn before. That is new.
So,
And
yeah.
good start for C&Z.
Good job, Yelek.
Or is it actually probably Acumen's fault? I mean, he placed the spawns.
Yeah.
Only where like
probably-
told him to place them.
It's probably Sinkaro's fault, if you're honest. Like,
And,
that shouldn't happen if Quake Live really picks the furthest spawns. The spawns that are furthest away from one another, that shouldn't happen. It's just wrong.
Either way.
But CNZ is going to be happy about it, and on this occasion, 1-0 lead for basically nothing.
He's not super stacked though, and actually Pikawa is trying to get his way onto some
He's
position
going to be
there.
super stacked now.
There you go. Yeah, I was hoping that Pikawa could maybe have outpositioned him on the Mega because CNZ, he wasn't crazy stacked. There was a moment of weakness there, but CNZ, he's not really going to be easily shaken off of this control at the moment, and the cycle should be pretty strong for him. As we can see, a nice rail connected onto Pikawa, missing the second, but the damage was already done in the first one. That's going to really stop Pikawa having any chance on challenging this Mega directly.
Of course, CNZ, I actually know the player. He's an Estonian player who is playing already for quite a long time in Quake Live. I think that's basically the game he started with. And when he just started, he actually had very good results. There was a Zotek he played in where he kicked out Cypher on T7. And, you know, at that point, he actually raised a lot of eyebrows, and a lot of people started looking at him. And at one time, like, he was like the up-and-comer.
Yep.
But then, you know, I don't think he's got any better. If anything, he got worse. Like, I played against him in the last FACEIT Cup, and I won rather easily. Where I actually had the impression that if we played, like, 2 years ago, he was better then. Which is very odd.
Yeah, I actually remember in the early FACEIT Cups, but it looks like almost a steal on the Mega. Pikawa, if he'd only been able to steal that, he might have been able to do a lot of damage, then follow it up with something off the spawn. But now it's just a free couple kills going towards CNZ, who's now 2 up against Pikawa.
He's still a good player. You can tell he's very, very good movement, good aim.
Yeah, back in the kind of Backstein era, CNZ was doing very well.
Yeah, he was on Backstein's level, basically. Like, shortly before Backstein won all those FACEIT Cups, they always had close results. And, you know, maybe CNZ lost a little bit more, but they were very even. He's a very similar player, so I would say. He's very creative. He maybe doesn't have the best aim. Like, especially his OG might not... He's not hitting 40% or anything like that, but he's just overall very solid. He's a smart guy. Also big rager. I think he participated in one of the Rising Stars cups that I organized, and I don't remember who he played against, but he raged really hard and left all the games at like 2 minutes.
Oh, that sucks.
He's one of those people. And he's also very apologetic afterwards. Like 1 hour after, he's gonna have cooled down, and he's just, oh man, I'm so sorry.
That's actually quite nice, actually. That's not so common with the rages. But CNZ still running control. It's very easy so far for him, pretty straightforward. Pikawa, though, he's got himself 100 armor. He doesn't want to lose anything. No, this is a very bad spot for him to engage. What can he hope to do here?
I mean, he did the best he could. Like, as soon as that fight started, there was no way back for him, and he tried to do as much damage as possible. He did a lot considering the situation, but it's not going to change much about the result of this game, I don't think.
Yeah, able to steal the red, though, but a lot of damage received.
This could be good.
This
This could be really good. The Mega is up. If Pikawa was aware, he would have maybe gotten full control, because he could have gotten the yellow as well instead. He's not.
And CNZ, I mean, that's actually, thinking about this, a very important skill, like being able to time everything, and that allows you to make those quick decisions. But look at that, almost able to do it. Pikawa does get CNZ very low, but no cigar. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah. I mean, at this kind of scoreline on Sinister, you gotta be starting to feel a bit desperate already. Mega, like, this is a chance. Had he hit one more rail, he might have actually gotten a frag back, but this is just looking so bad. And at this point, it's already time where you might consider just saying GG.
Certainly. So CNZ, I mean, we know his story is pretty simple right now. Just keep cycling, keep cycling. But let's switch on over to Pikawa. So, Twister, if you're Pikawa and you just got a fragged, if we jump back over to Pikawa, he's hopefully not going to get fragged again. He will though, I'm pretty sure.
If I'm Pikawa, I think I'm at this point I'm starting to open the console and then I'm typing /forfeit. But if it was say 5-0, I guess I would just try to get the yellows. Like this yellow, sure, you just got it, perfect. Now I'd probably go to some place where I can escape easily if I meet CNZ, like perhaps at the red at the teleporter, just wait. I know when the yellow is gonna spawn again, I'm gonna try to get it the second time, then I might, try to get the mega time. Just kind of slowly and steadily start to build up a stack, get the item times, and then go for an attack. Just because it's not really gonna be possible to just straight out challenge CNZ when he has 200 and I have 150. Sinister is a map where you need to play it slow. You need to play it strategically. You need to start slowly, methodically, just getting back into the game. And Pikawa doesn't really seem to. You basically need some sort of game plan. You need to know a few positions that you're comfortable in, where you can just run away if you meet your opponent. You need to know like what tricks usually players do. Like oftentimes on this map, good players are trying to like make fake rocket jumps or fake sound cues to try and bait you out to go from your safe position. And then at some point the key moment happens and you kind of have to get control back and go for a big fight. And on this map it's actually pretty straightforward because you've got this red and mega connection where it's very hard to get from one of the items to the other. Well, it's pretty quick to get from one of the items to the other, but it's also always putting you at a disadvantage. Like if you're at the red and the mega spawns in 5 seconds, you're gonna basically have to go through this telly, either through this telly, which is just such a dress trap if your opponent expects it, or you have to go like drop down to the LG and then go one of those ways. But also it's very hard to enter the room. So if you just can get the red time and a mega time, it's so easy to like challenge for one of the items and catch your opponent going to it. And oftentimes you can just guess. Like you can try to camp the telly, and if your opponent goes through the telly, great, you get a frag. And if he doesn't go through the telly, well, you try the next time. And maybe the next time you camp some other doorway, and if he comes through the doorway, he's dead, and if he doesn't, you're away. So on this map, you just gotta be patient. You're gonna have a lot of time, and you're gonna have a lot of time because this map is not easy to get frags in control. So it's pretty much just, like, in my opinion, it's a map that is about patience, about stealth, a bit about map knowledge as well.
So do you think actually it's now after all the changes, because it has had many different versions, and this is the final version, I think it was stated by Yelak and Akuma. Do you think it's a great map now and doesn't need any changes, or would there be a tweak that you make to it?
I really like the map. I also liked it before, I have to say. I think that it wasn't ever bad. I think the reason it wasn't played is just because it wasn't played. As paradox as it might sound, but a lot of maps aren't played because they're unplayed. It's not because they're bad, it's just that some tournament organizer gonna have to say, alright, I put it in my map pool, like FACEIT, for example, puts it into the map pool, into the main on, and then people start playing it. And if it's not in there, people are not gonna play it. So I think some of those changes might have not even been necessary, like the railgun was 1 minute. I thought it was okay. I don't think it was bad or anything. It's just, it wasn't played for different reasons, I reckon. I wouldn't really change much about this map. I had I actually talked to Yelek back when he was developing this new version, and I gave him some ideas. But my ideas pretty much came down to put some ramps onto the map so you can make nice trick jumps.
Nice.
Like in this place where Sindet is looking up the jump pad. Like the things on the right where you can now jump to the yellow. That was about what I suggested. Actually, I suggested like a way where you could just jump up there, like the little ramp on the Alamov's 2 reds. You know the one?
Yeah.
Where you can like jump against it and just like slide upwards.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I suggested. But this is cool too. And I like when on maps you have these little movement tricks that allow you to be quicker and stuff. But
Certainly.
like item layout and weapons and so on, I think it's good. It's always been good.
And there you go. It looks like, Scene Z has easily dispatched Pikawa.
Pikachu.
Pikawa. Pikawa. And so I think
Sounds like a Pokemon.
It does. Well, it is almost a Pokemon. That's kind of half of what Pikachu says, right?
Maybe it's some evolution in some of the games. I don't know, new Pokemon games. I'm out of it. Maybe
Were you into
Pikachu goes
Pokemon?
to like Raichu and then it goes to like Pikawa.
Uh,
I don't know.
Are you into Pokemon?
When I was 10, maybe.
I gotta say, I never was into that. When
Shame.
everyone was getting into Pokemon, I was watching Dragon Ball Z, which then many years later I regretted because it's horribly formulaic, and
Yeah.
even
watched
when
it
I
a
was a
bit.
kid, I could see what was wrong with it. It's like I could see. Anyway, let's not get into a Dragon Ball Z run.
Why not?
We're gonna jump into a break, guys. There might be some issues with the servers, so we'll be back as soon as we know more, and we'll bring you more games here live on FACEIT TV for the Sunday Cup.